Next step, I'm going to add some images to our presentation. In order to do this, we're going to make use of what's called the library. Basically, uh, the library is used to collect a whole lot of assets together that you can use in your presentation, different parts of it, and can reuse as well. Generally, you add images first to the library and then work out where you're going to use them in your presentation. So first we're going to import the images to the library. You've already downloaded the images from the P drive where I told you to find them, and they should be in your folder. So all you need to do now is to open the import and put these images into the library. So basically go to File, Import, and choose Import to Library. Takes a while to get, there we are, and the browser box will be coming up in a moment. There we are. So then I'm going to import the background picture and photo 1, photo 2, photo 3 and photo 4. So you can hold down the control key or the shift key, select them all at once and press open, and they all get imported into your library. So now you've got all these pictures in the library and you can use them. First thing I'm going to do is to use put this background and put this onto the stage. All you need to do is to select it, then drag it across on the stage and press it more or less in the middle. It's about the same size of the stage, you can see. Let's zoom out a little bit just to check. See, yeah, it's just about the right size, same size as the stage. So just put it like that. Go back to 100% again. Okay, so now the background image is on the stage. This is going to be our background. I mentioned before about layers. Layers are like different film strips that are placed on top of each other. Basically, you put different objects into each layer so that they don't interfere with each other. It makes it much easier to manipulate them and move them around and change their size and so on. So at the moment we've just got one layer and we've got the background image in it. Rather than adding all the other photographs to the same layer, we're going to put them in separate layers. So first thing we're going to do is to rename this layer 1, call it background. So if you just hold the mouse over the name like this, double click it, then you can call it background. See? And next thing is to add a new layer to add the next photograph to. In order to add a new layer, you can just click this. You can't actually see it at the moment. There's a little sort of image you can click. Or you can do it to insert timeline layer like that. Insert timeline layer, and see now I've got layer 2, and layer 2 is actually on top of background. So double click on this layer 2 again, the name, and call it photo 2. That's where the second photo is going to go. Sorry, photo 1. So that's where the first photograph goes. Right. So you click on each of the two layers. The one that you've clicked on is the one that's actually been edited. So I want to make sure we've got the photo 1 layer selected, and I'm going to drag the photo 1 across to be inside it. Again, put it approximately at the center, and you see it's on top of the background, so that basically the layer at the bottom is the one that's actually appears behind all the others. If you decided you wanted the background one on top, you move it up like this. Then you see it actually sort of hides the photo. So obviously the background should be on the bottom, because then it's going to be behind all the others. We're now going to add a third layer, which will hold the second photo. So again, you go to Insert, Timeline, Layer, and we want this layer to be on top, so we move it up above the photo 1, and this time we rename it to photo 2. And I'm going to add the second photo to the animation, but before I do that, basically I want the second photo to come in 1 second after the start of the animation. Just click yes there, and I want the whole animation to last 2 seconds. In order to do that, I've got to work with what's called the timeline. See, this is the timeline here. Each of these little boxes is called a frame, and just like a movie, as the animation plays, it goes along all the different frames, playing one at a time. It plays 24 frames every second. So if you want to have an animation that lasts in 2 seconds, you have to have 48 frames. So what I'm going to do is to go to frame 48, and I'm going to add frames, so the whole thing will last for 2 seconds. The way to do that is to basically click on here like this on frame 48, and then you press the F5 key at the top of the keyboard. Then that adds all the frames to that layer. You see that it's only added the layer for photo 2. It tells you the same for photo 1. Press F5, and the same for background, F5. So this red thing is called the red thing is like a play cursor. It moves backwards and forwards, showing what's happened to different parts of the animation. At the moment, you see nothing actually happens different from anything. You've got a frame animation that lasts 2 seconds, but doesn't actually move. It just sort of keeps the same. I'm now going to set it up so that the animation changes after frame 24, that is after 1 second, and photo 2 appears. Basically, it's going to be a change your animation. Then you have to go to the particular layer in which the change is going to happen and insert what's called a keyframe. So I'm going to go to frame 24, and what I'm going to do now is to insert the keyframe. The way I do that is by pressing, instead of F5 this time, F6. Press F6, and you see there's a little sort of break there, a line, and then you've got this little circle that shows the start of a keyframe. And now what I'm now going to do is to drag the photo 2 over here and put it on top of photo 1. I'm going to make sure that I've got photo 2 layer selected, so that's where the edit will happen. So drag photo 2 over, drop it in, and now that's on top of photo 1. You see, if I drag this playhead, this red cursor, before the keyframe, so it's not in the first part of the animation, but when you get past this bit, it will appear. Okay, so now I've got the animation in 2 parts. The first second, you see photo 1, and then when you hit the keyframe, then you're going to see photo 2. Look at here at the start of each of the different parts here. You see the circle. Each of these is like a keyframe, but in this one there isn't any other change. There's no other keyframe there. If the circle is black, it means there's something in the layer, or that part of the layer. If it's white like this one, there's nothing inside it, so that means that part of the layer is empty. So see, photo 2 at the moment, up to that point there, is empty. When you get to here, there's a black mark, shows there's something in there, and the keyframe there shows that something changes. Okay, I've now changed my mind, and I've decided I want the change in the layer photo 2 to happen in the keyframe 12 after half a second. I don't have to redo what I did. All I need to do is to move this keyframe that's from 24. So what I need to do is just select it like this, and you see there's a little box appears underneath it when I've done that. When the little box is there, I can move it. So I hold the cursor over it. When I see the box, I press down. Let's move it along, so it goes to frame 12 and let go. And now you see that the change happens at frame 12 rather than frame 24, much earlier in the animation.